Mary knelt in the river, washing her body. Mark stood on the shore, watching this scene. Mary quickly stopped her movements. Mark slowly moved forward, following the sound. He reached out his hand, trying to figure out who it was. Mary immediately realized that the other person was blind. Mary wanted to say something, but the next second, Mark collapsed. It turned out that when he regained his voice, no matter how carefully he tried to make a sound, even the slightest noise would echo in his ears like a thunderclap. This sensation made Mark live in constant pain every day. Porter even made him a scarf to cover his ears, and even added a cute little bow to it. But because of this, Mark couldn't use his ears to hear during battles with monsters. The old Mark used to be a powerful fighter, but now he couldn't even defeat a small monster. Just when Mark was captured by a monster, the old monk appeared just in time, rescuing both Mark and Porter. At this point, Mark could no longer bear it. If his ears remained this way, it would be better if he had no voice at all. Mark lay in bed, unable to make a decision. The old monk, seeing Mark's condition, could only shout loudly next to Mark's ears. He hoped Mark could remember the sounds of nature around him.
これは人の声だ。周りにあるのは森に生きてるもんや火や風の音さ。お前さんは慣れなきゃいけないよ。穴蔵からこの世に出るためにはね。But no matter what, Mark still couldn't accept it. After a long time, Mark finally fell asleep. The next day, when Mark woke up, he heard someone singing a beautiful song, and Mark's ears seemed to only be able to hear this one sound. So he followed the sound, step by step, until he reached the place where Mary was. Mary noticed Mark as well. Mark could feel that the other person's soul was very pure, so he wanted to touch her face. But because he had already been severely injured earlier, he collapsed directly into Mary's arms the next second. Porter and the old monk arrived just in time. Mary took them back to her home. The next moment, Mary shouted loudly, and a group of children stopped hiding and ran out. They were children who had lost their families because of the war. Mary didn't want them to die, so she took on the responsibility of raising them. But in this chaotic world, it was very difficult to feed so many people, and Mary had never complained to the children. The only thing the children knew was that Mary would go to the military camp to work at night. It was the same this day. As night fell, Mary simply said goodbye and left. All the way, she kept her eyes closed, humming a beautiful song, slowly passing through the forest, and entering that dark place. By morning, she would return to her house on time. Mark waited at the door for her to come home. Porter proudly told Mary that Mark could now see many colors. Mary was curious when she heard this, because she wanted to know what color she appeared to be in Mark's eyes. At this moment, Mark reached out his hand and pointed to Mary's mouth, indicating that he wanted to hear her sing. Now, Mark longed for Mary's song. Perhaps only her song could make Mark temporarily forget his pain. Mary knew Mark was in pain. Without thinking, she began to sing a beautiful and melodious song. At this moment, the world seemed to quiet down, and only the few of them were enjoying the music. In the afternoon, the old monk told everyone that there seemed to be a demon god not far ahead. After hearing this, Mark immediately wanted to go kill the demon. The old monk, worried about Mark's condition, followed him along. The time came for Mary to work again. Porter was curious about her job, so he secretly followed her. When they arrived at her workplace, Porter couldn't believe it. Mary's job turned out to be this.